field out of UMBC. All right, Heat 3. In lane 1, Michael Dressler, a senior from UMBC. Philip Durich, junior from St. Francis. J.J. Chapman, a sophomore from UMBC, is in lane 3. The number 1 seed time of the event, lane 4, UMBC's Jimmy Dwyer. Andrew Lucky in lane 5, a sophomore from NJIT. Max Trias, a junior from UMBC, is in lane 6. Max Casey Bolanos, a junior from UMBC, is in lane 7. And Valentin Schnermann, a freshman, already well-decorated freshman after his NEC Player of the Week, Computer of the Week a year ago, is in lane 8. And in the butterfly, you see a pretty even field right now. Lanes 3 and 8, which would be Chapman and Sherman, have the slight edge early on, led by J.J. Chapman. So Chapman leading the pace, another UMBC swimmer. Seen the retrievers very impressive here in this invitational so far. Chapman's a sophomore from Cary, North Carolina. I believe that's what, a Raleigh suburb, if you will. Has a third-place backstroke finish at the Navy Invitational under his belt from a year ago. Also earned a bronze in the 200 backstroke at the ECAC Winter Championships, where he finished 5th in this event, the 400 IM. So keep an eye on this swimmer here in lane 3. He's got some extra motivation as J.J. Chapman. He's a fan of the New York Yankees, who fell, I believe, in Game 2 of their championship or their divisional series against Cleveland earlier this afternoon. So some hidden motivation for Chapman. In 10, the Guardians winning 4-2. Here, he's got a good lead over the pack right now in lane 6. You've got your second-place racer, Trias, also out of UMBC. In 3rd, in lane 7 right now, actually, look out, Valentin Schnermann in lane 8 with this backstroke has overtaken the 3rd-place spot. What do we know about the second-place racer right now, Max Trias? Well, he's a junior out of Chester, Virginia. Two-time finalist at the America East Championship, including a 5th-place finish in the 200 breaststroke, an 8th-place finish in the 200 IM. He was a finalist a couple of years ago as a freshman at the America East Championship in the 200 IM, as well as the 200 breaststroke, as we head in to the breaststroke. I like this guy. His favorite book, Crime and Punishment. Fabulous book. Dostoevsky. If you don't have a copy, get yourself, the paperback will probably run you a couple dollars cheaper. Get Crime and Punishment. Fabulous book. And right now he's a fabulous racer. Look at him go in the breaststroke in lane 3. A little push in lane 6 again. Trias holding steady. He has been right behind his teammate the bulk of the race, not too far off. And still hanging in 3rd is Sherman, but look out, lane 5, Andrew Lucky of NJIT making an appearance into the party here. Out of the breaststroke, Andrew Lucky, who had a seat time of 4:01.64. He's a sophomore, great name for any endeavor in life. Got a really good push. Nipping at the heels of Trias, both nipping at the heels of J.J. Chapman, who has led throughout the course of this race. Look out for Lucky. Harrisburg, North Carolina native, specializes in the IM and breast, and now down to the wire in the freestyle. This will be a tight finish. Chapman getting pushed. Lucky and Trias continuing to gain ground. Sherman not far off in lane 8. And listen to the crowd. Look at Chapman trying to pull off Lucky. Andrew Lucky at Concord High School, competed for Ray Morgan. All conference 4 years, 2-time state runner-up, and in his sophomore year has a chance to win this event at the NJIT Invitational. He's out in front barely. Chapman had a great turn. Chapman, Lucky, now Sherman in lane 8. Look at Sherman go. Sherman all the way back. Sherman in lane 8 is going to get the touch ahead of Lucky, ahead of Chapman. 1, 2, 3 down the stretch with a finish, as Sherman was spectacular when we went into the free. Better than 2 minutes off his seed time, finishes in first, 4:08.60. Lucky, 4:09.35. Chapman, 4:09.60, your 3rd place finisher. Oh my, Sherman came way from behind, not too far, but enough where he wasn't in the conversation until we got into the freestyle. And boy, did he motor. Valentin Schnermann, first place finish, beautifully done. Able to catch Lucky, who had just caught Chapman not too long before in what was a heavily contested 400 men's IM. Let's get a look at this replay. Look at Sherman. He took that last turn and was shot out of a cannon. Look at him go. Valentin Schnermann, a freshman. That is a freshman, folks. I mean, he's got a great frame to him. You're going to see this kid for years at St. Francis College really be a top competitor. Look out, NEC. They know about him. He was on their honor roll this past week. That should continue with his performance thus far at the NJIT Invitational. All right, after a terrific finish, we're going to catch our breath. How about that? We'll step aside, and when we get back from a timeout, we will head into